class I explained to you about infix to postfix conversion. Now I will explain to you how exactly a program can be written to convert this infix expression to postfix expression. Before writing any program, we need to plan what content should be there in the program. What are the components, how many sub-programs will be there, how many modules are there, something like that you have to plan first of all before writing any program, as I showed it to you in earlier programs. In this, what we require is, we require a stack, basically used to store operators. So therefore I am declaring one stack. So as shown over here, you can see from this, here I am now taking one stack of size 20, right? Okay. So then I am declaring one stack top called as top, which is basically -1. Alright, I am taking -1 as a top. See, what are the operations basically you are doing it? Basically you are doing some sub operation, something like this. When input is given to you, you will be transferring, if it is an operand, you will be transferring it to the output. If it is an operator, you will be pushing into the stack, or some other operations you will be doing it. So first of all you have to decide whether it is an operator or an operand when input string is given to you. Conventionally in our, when it is shown to you, equations are shown to you, since we got i's, we will be easily saying whether it is an operator or an operand. Whereas for the machine, for the computer, all are characters. Whether it is an operator or an operand, all are looking like characters. So hence we need to decide whether the input character is an operator or an operand. So therefore some small operation to be carried out to identify this. Second thing I have already told you, there must be precedence identification. Each of the operator we operate will have different precedence. So plus and minus will be with the 2, and star and slash with the 4, and exponential with the 6. This is what I told you on that day. And open bracket will have highest precedence when it is there outside, and when it has gone inside it is the lowest. Also I am using one hash symbol, so as shown over here, so which is basically will be there with the lowest possible precedence, something like this, you can call it a 1. So therefore the precedence. So therefore when input character is given to you, what is the precedence if it is an operator? So that is to be decided. So therefore this particular program will be shown to do that. And since I am using stack should have push and pop operations. So therefore, one small subroutine for doing push operation, another subroutine for doing pop operation. And the main logic is now shown in this a small subroutine called convert IP, and I am going with the main function. Okay, let us begin with how the program will be written. As usual, actually you include some stdio.conio.stringh, because I am using a lot of string operations over here. So I am defining the size of the stack as 20. So maximum 20 operators can go into the stack. So this is what I am doing it in my operation. So top is equal to -1. So I am declaring two functions called pop and push. We will have something input as a no input, and here we have a character item as a input, something like that. Okay, we will see one by one. So as usual we will go with the main function. So usually main function we need to keep as minimum as possible, so therefore rest of the operations can be carried out through subroutines. So in any infix to postfix conversion, there will be input called as infix. I need to read that from the user. I am storing this in a input array, and I am converting this infix expression into postfix, and I am storing the output in a array, that is called postfix. What is shown here, basically this is to give you input, and this is to store the result. So therefore I am declaring two arrays. I am asking the user to give the input in the form of infix expression. I am just reading this. Then I am calling a function called convert IP, so that will be explained to you later. So I am calling a function called convert IP, which converts input expression into output. It means you are passing two parameters called input and postfix, infix and postfix. Whereas in this infix string, you have already what user has given as a input expression. In this function convert IP, the output will be stored in this postfix expression, like that. Then you are printing that output which has come from this function. Then you are printing it and you are just exiting this main function. So main function, it should be as minimum as possible. So like this. Now we will see each one by one. Okay. So we will see now this conversion of infix to postfix expression. It accepts two parameters called infix and postfix as two arrays, right? I am now declaring two local variables called I and symbol j, which start with 0, right? Now I will now have stack, which is a global variable. You can see from this, stack is basically a global variable with the size 20. Initially I am now storing at very first position. Initially top is much equal to -1. So therefore when you increase this, so this will become 0. It means stack of 0th position. I am now inserting a base called as hash symbol, which is having a precedence called 1 as shown over here. We will see how this will be working it. Okay. So I am now at this base level of the stack. I am storing the hash symbol. Okay. Now how many times I am doing this? I am now doing this operation on how many symbols are there in the input string. Input string, string means it includes operands and operators both. So therefore, now first of all I am now taking the string length of infix expression. Let us say if you write a plus b, it is basically an infix expression which has got 3 characters, a plus b, like that. So therefore I am doing 3 times this operation, right? So like that. So first of all I am now taking the length of the input string as one of the parameter for this for loop. These many times I am doing this operation. Okay. So what is that I am supposed to do? For each of the character I am now getting, first of all I have to decide whether this is a operand or an operator. As it is shown on that today with a diagram, if it is an operand, so directly transfer that to output. Okay. Now, so how I am doing this? Say for example, I am now taking a local function called symbol, which I am reading it from infix expression, the corresponding character I am just reading it. So therefore that character will come here. If is operator, the symbol that I am now taking is an operand or an operator, that I have to decide first. So if it is an operator or an operand, so that will be decided by calling this function. I am calling a function called is it an operator. So I am just calling this function by sending this input symbol that I just read it as an infix of I. I am passing this as a parameter here. I am calling this function called input sim is operator. So how I am doing this? The program looks very simple. See, so I am taking this symbol, character symbol. Now if it is a plus or minus or star, slash, exponential, dollar, open bracket, close bracket, now I am calling this is an operator. Otherwise it is called as an operand. It means if the input symbol, if it is plus or minus, hash or etc., then I am calling it as an operator. It means it returns 1. Otherwise it returns 0. Now come to this program. Now if it is 0, if this is equal to 0, what is being returned after calling this function is operator by this particular symbol? then if it is equal to 0, if the return value is 0, if the return value is 0 means it is an operand. If it is an operand, as I told you on that today, simply transfer this symbol into postfix. If the operand is arrived, then transfer it to output, then increment this j. If it is an operator, how do you know? If it is an operator means it returns, when you call a function called isOperator, it returns 1. So therefore, if it is returning 1, now you can see from this, if symbol equals to, now there are a lot of other operations. So what? As I told you, if it is a open bracket, simply push that to the stack. Okay. So if symbol equals to open bracket, you can see from this, if symbol equals to open bracket, then push that symbol. See, I am using an operation on the stack. You can see from this stack operation, I am doing it here. So I am simply pushing the value into the stack. Here I am not considering overflow or underflow in any of these cases, assuming that the size is known to us and we are not doing a case of underflow at all. So therefore, push is a very simple operation. So increment the top. Earlier it is there with the hash symbol. Now increment the top, and in the stack I am simply transferring this item into the stack. So that is what the push operation. So as I told you on that today, if symbol equals to open bracket, push that symbol. If symbol equals to close bracket, what you are doing it? On that day I told you, if the symbol equals to close bracket, so keep removing from the stack, transfer it to output and transfer it to output till you get open bracket. Open bracket also to be taken out from the stack, but don't transfer it to output. So okay, while stack top is not equals to open bracket, so till then, so pop the element from the stack. I am using the pop function here, you can see from this. So pop function, so it is taking out an element from the stack. So pop an element and transfer it to output like this. Keep doing this till you get open bracket, and that open bracket is also being taken out, but it won't be transferred to output. So this is what actually, just pop out this open bracket, but don't transfer it to output if it is a open bracket. All right. Okay. So input symbol else. If input, so if else means actually if it is not an open bracket, it is not an operand, means it must be some operator. So as I told you on that day, if the operator precedence is greater than the precedence of the stack top, then you will be pushing into the stack. So you can see from this, if the precedence of the symbol, I am calling a function called precedence of the symbol. So you can see from the top here, precedence of the symbol is, if it is a plus or minus, I am now returning a precedence as 2, right? If it is star and hash, I am returning a precedence as 4. If it is exponential or dollar symbol, I am now returning a precedence as 6. Otherwise it is all 1, right? So it is all 1. So like this, the precedence will be returned. So therefore, now I am checking whether the precedence of the current symbol is greater than the precedence of the stack top. If so, then push the symbol. Otherwise, take out element from the stack, and transfer it to output till you get the precedence of the symbol is greater than the precedence of the stack top. So like that it has been shown on that day on the board. So therefore, while precedence of the symbol less than or equal, so if this is still it is true, so remove an element from the stack and transfer it to output. Keep doing this till where this is till less than or equal to. Once this has become greater than like this, then what you do is push this symbol into the stack. So like this I am just doing this. So then close this else, then close this else, then end of this else, then end of for loop. So like this. So this is what I am just doing it, convert from input to express whenever you get an operator. Now also this is for loop for all the input symbols. When you complete all the input symbol operation, if it is an operand I am doing, simply transfer it. If it is an operator, as per this I'll be doing it. But after doing all this operation, if some elements are left out in the stack, simply transfer all those elements to the output, that is called postfix string, till you get the symbol. So therefore, while stack top is not equals to hash symbol, because you have put this hash symbol in the beginning. So therefore, till you get that hash symbol, so take out element from the stack. If there is anything left out, transfer it to output and increment this j. So this is what I am doing it. And finally, so add one null terminate string to this postfix. So therefore, printing will be easy for me. So this indicates the end of the string. So therefore, ultimately the postfix will have all the things completely. When you return from this function convert IP, so postfix will have the complete transformation of input expression represented in infix form, represented now in postfix forms. So basically I am using 5 functions. One function for checking out the precedence. It returns value called 2 or 4 or 6 or 1 depending on the symbol. If it is a plus or minus, it returns 2, like this it goes on. There is another function called is operator, whether to decide whether it's an operator or an operand. Then convert this input expression to postfix expression by using this function, by using all the 6 steps I showed it to you on the board. Then I am using one main function. This is the driver of the function. Then this is the push operation without checking for underflow or overflow, and similarly this pop operation without checking for underflow. So like this. So this will complete the entire operations. Now we will see how this program will run, and this can be incorporated with the running of a program by using a compiler. We'll see that. Now we will see the program showed to you on the MS Word file. Now it is been brought to compiler. Now you can see the same program being written over here, and we will run this program. The same program is now written here in the compiler. We'll now run this program, and let us try to give 1 or 2 inputs like this. Enter the valid input string. So you need to give valid input string. So we have not written any program to check whether it is invalid or not. So only valid expression to be given. So therefore, first let me give b star open bracket a plus c. I am giving this as an input expression. The output expression will be BAC plus star. So this is what you are going to get as an output when you convert from input to expression. Similarly, we will try for other kind of inputs. So we will see A plus B star C minus D slash open bracket D plus A will give now. So this input expression given converted as A B C D minus star D A plus slash plus. You can make out when we see in the next program, we will see how this expression evaluation can be used for the purpose of operation. We'll see that in the next thing. You can keep trying with varied kind of input expressions.